It's all about getting it, doing it, getting it, doing it. That's it.
She fought a dangerous, even deadly addiction. A warning tonight about a new kind of heroin.
Live from Victory Park, this is News 8 at 10.
The suspected deadly overdose of Oscar winner Philip Seymour Hoffman over the weekend has sparked a nationwide conversation. Some 70 bags of heroin were discovered in his Greenwich Village apartment. Between 2006 and 2010, heroin deaths increased 40% across the country. And here in North Texas, it's a daily struggle for recovering addicts, many who live in the suburbs. Channel 8's Teresa Woodard is live in Dallas. And Teresa, you talked to a local woman who fought to survive addiction?
Absolutely, Gloria. She survived 2 overdoses and 6 years of being an addict. There is now a more potent form of heroin that is showing up all across the East Coast. Tonight, a Dallas DEA agent told me he hopes it doesn't find its way here, and he is not alone.
Now, it's like, wow, I escaped something.
It is her 27th birthday, and that she's alive to see it
I'm lucky to be here.
is a gift. Shantae Lamb was a cheerleader at the Colony High School, class of 2005. In early 2006, she tried heroin. By that summer, she was hooked.
At my peak, I was doing 1.5 grams a day, and that's $150 a day. And I was doing it all the time. I mean, I carried it on me.
This is the first time she's ever spoken publicly. That she knows of, she never tried a kind of heroin thought to be responsible for almost 24 deaths on the East Coast and striking real fear in addiction counselors like Robb Kelly. Heroin is being mixed with the painkiller fentanyl.
Fentanyl is a drug they give cancer patients. It's kind of 100% more potent than just heroin on its own, so it has the potential to kill a lot quicker.
It's not worth it.
Shantae says heroin is easier to find and using is easier to hide than any North Texas parent dreams.
I mean, it's hard to tell other people not to do it once they're doing it because it's a lifestyle. It's how you survive from day to day. But to tell people to never start, no one ever told me that.
So she's telling anyone who will listen as she celebrates 27 years, the last one, clean, sober, and safe. Teresa Woodard, Channel 8 News.
Well, now we want to take a look at today's headlines that have people talking. The death of Philip Seymour Hoffman is still trending. His autopsy is incomplete. Today's New York Post has a haunting confession by the actor just 2 weeks ago at the Sundance Film Festival.
Hoffman admitted to a magazine publisher who didn't recognize him, "I'm a heroin addict," when the stranger asked what he did for a living. And before he walked away and after the man realized who he was, Hoffman told him that he just got out of rehab. Meantime, police say they found roughly 70 bags of heroin, used syringes, and other drug paraphernalia inside the New York apartment where Hoffman's body was found Sunday. Heroin overdose deaths in the U.S., by the way, went up 45% between 2006 and 2010. According to the CDC. So sad. He had 3 young children, the oldest of the 3 just 10 years old.
And it seems easy for a lot of people on social media to comment on this and say, I don't feel sorry for him. He squandered it. He was a talented guy. He should have. What this, I think, underscores is that addiction knows no particular socioeconomic class, no bounds, and when you're in the grips of it, as an expert said yesterday, it doesn't matter if having loved ones and friends around you was a reason or a solution to not falling off the wagon, then nobody would be addicted.
It's hard to understand addiction.
Think about the roles he always played too, guys. They were always dark, awkward
Especially
roles.
lately, he did have some dark roles.
I can't.
And he invested in a way that I think
that
almost it was self-imposed, where it was torturous for him in some respects.
He chose to do these roles. So what else does that say about his childhood?
I think what he said is he was also addicted to acting. He couldn't say no
Everything
to
to
the
excess.
roles that really exhausted him.
Well, speaking of heroin use in the U.S., health departments are now issuing warnings about the kind of heroin that could be to blame for almost 24 deaths. It's a heroin laced with a potent painkiller, fentanyl, which is a cancer drug. The Dallas office of the DEA reports no evidence this mixture has been found in Texas, but agents say heroin remains a major problem here. It's a struggle, in fact, that Shantae Lamb knows all too well. The former high school cheerleader is speaking publicly for the first time about her 6-year heroin addiction. At her peak, she says she snorted, smoked, or shot up about 1.5 grams of heroin a day.
I'm lucky to be here. You know, I'm lucky to be able to tell other people that Because, I mean, it's hard to tell other people not to do it once they're doing it, because it's a lifestyle. It's how you survive from day to day. But to tell people to never start, no one ever told me that.
Shantae's been clean now for almost a year. She spoke publicly yesterday for the first time. It was her 27th birthday. Hopefully her message will be heard and it will shed some light on the issue here.